is the British exit from the EU going to affect pensioners in Spain? I don't think it's going to affect people as much as people make out. It would actually cause chaos if it really did. I would say the media are doing a lot of scaremongering. I would say that Spain existed before the EU did, and so did people moving to Spain. People have been moving to Spain since before the EU become what it is today. I think the politicians and the media driving this anti-EU thing to stop the separation are mainly doing it in the hope that it forces people to vote for a pro-EU. Let's talk about what really benefits the media and the politicians. As a politician, they do 5 years in the UK. They then find a lot of them end up as MEPs. So in the UK, they get their pension as a MP. They then become an MEP. And pointing out another thing, this is why you hear people say, I will stand down at the next election. What they mean is they want to gather their pension before they get sacked. That's why you hear that in the UK with politics. They should actually throw them out rather than let them stand down and take in a lifetime pension. But anyway, they then become an MEP and get another pension. Then you've got the expensive scandals relating to the MEPs, and then you've also got the private pension fund that goes on with the MEPs. They ain't going to end their gravy train. And what's happened as well with the EU is that it's allowed corporations to get a free run of the whole of Europe. In the same way that in the US they have a similar thing, because they move around to suit themselves. What I mean is they dodge tax. You find in some states they don't pay any tax whatsoever in the US because they threaten that area that they will move their factories, etc. It benefits corporates. It benefits the politicians. Who it doesn't benefit is often the people, as the costs, have risen over the years. Comparably, everything's started to get as expensive as the UK, where we used to go into Europe because it was cheaper. I remember when you'd get a new car from Germany or France and you would save a small fortune compared to the UK price. But we still find that some of our stuff is more expensive than Europe. Why is that? So my own viewpoint is the world still existed, and as a child I spent 6 years in Germany. My father was there with the armed forces, and this is before the EU become its big bloated self. There was a lot of military that marry German women, etc., and stay. If it was so difficult to stay, they wouldn't have been able to do it back then. So please don't listen to the scaremongering. If you're pro or against EU, spend a bit of time researching. Don't listen to the big media groups, because they're backed by politicians, they're backed by corporations, and Rupert Murdoch stuff is obviously part of the same mess. So I'd rather people just took a bit of time and research things themselves. What's the real benefits to pensioners? What's the real benefits to Joe Public? Push the immigration side to one side, because all those people coming out from Syria, etc., have no right of Europe. Never mind all freedom of movement across Europe. They had no right of entry into Europe, so that's not even part of this, although they're putting it as one big argument. So please have a think about this, because it's important, but at the same time, if we left the EU, I don't think life would change that much. If anything, beer might get cheaper in Spain and other countries. There may not be a downside. Right, thanks for watching.